Onthebuzzer.com, folks. My tennis doubles partner over here is Ramik. You all know him. I'm Ara. Here we go with NFL Week 16 recap. A lot of good games, a lot of shitty games.
More shitty than good.
Let's start off with one of the teams that actually stepped up to the plate this week. The Jacksonville Jaguars put a whooping on the Oakland Raiders.
Didn't you guys pick the Raiders to win that game?
No, I haven't picked Raiders since 1984. And the Jaguars, 49-11.
Jacksonville is a kick-ass team and a team you don't want to mess with in the playoffs.
I've been saying it all year. They're for real. They're
are.
definitely for real. Their defense did it. They shut down the Raiders, but then again, anybody can shut down the Raiders. Nothing really to brag about. Let's talk about Minnesota and Washington. The Vikings stumbling again. Adrian Peterson, a non-factor. Is this it? Just stack the box with like 20 guys, and they'll shut down Adrian Peterson, and the rest of the team is like.
I think the bigger problem that Minnesota has is their quarterback. Tavares Jackson is heinous.
Heinous is kind of a strong word.
Imagine if Minnesota had a decent quarterback, how good they'd be. Everybody knows, it's all running. Chester Taylor and ADP or AD.
All day Peterson.
All day.
Cut the guy some slack.
I'm not cutting him any kind of slack. He's horrible. I've seen games this year where Tavares Jackson is just like, okay, we're winning. What can I do to mess this up?
He's got no. First of all, it takes a big man to mess up a game. All right.
It does.
Second of all, the guy has no receivers. Their receivers are all rookies.
You've been singing that receivers dude all year.
One receiver on the team.
What's that guy's name? Chris Carter.
I think he got traded from Randy Moss last year.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, let's talk about Washington, who, ever since Sean Taylor went down, they lost that big game. Now they're in the driver's seat. They win this weekend, they're in.
I've been singing the Washington Redskins tunes all year. They are a good team.
They are for real. Let's talk about another game. San Diego already clinched. They're in it. They lay one on Denver on little Christmas.
How did they lay it on them? Did they just like sit over them and they're like, kind of laid a log?
It was more of a, they took the Broncos to the Super Bowl. That's what they did. They beat them 22-2. LT is back. Looks like this team is running on all cylinders right now.
Another team that, I don't know, they're kind of dangerous. Which Chargers team is going to show up though?
I don't know which one, but I don't think I want to face them in the first round in the playoffs.
Definitely not.
And some unlucky team is. Another team that's been flying under the radar, the Indianapolis Colts. They won 38-15. Everybody's preoccupied with the Patriots and what all these other teams are doing.
The Colts, they have the bye in the first round. They're a dangerous team as always come to play. Peyton Manning.
They have next week, which is the last week. They have the bye in the first round, and then the game after that. Is Marvin Harrison coming back? I don't know.
Marvin Harrison, why don't they just come out and say, hey, he's done for the year?
His career is over. It's a bad knee sprain, I don't know. I talk about Kansas City and Detroit, but nobody really cares about these teams. Let's talk about Cleveland, your boy Detroit. I'm not going to even get into that. Let's talk about Cleveland. They lose to the season. I took Cleveland.
I did too. I thought they had it. They were in the driver's seat. They're rolling.
14-19, they lose. What happened to this offense? Derek Anderson, my fantasy quarterback, threw 4 interceptions against probably one of the worst pass defenses in the league. And the Bengals, what are they? They have 4 wins on season. Whoop-de-doo. Thanks for coming.
That's like, the Bengals are like the Knicks of the NFL. They need to blow that team up.
More like the old Jailblazers of the NFL.
Yeah, I can see the correlation there.
Yeah, we're going to talk about one team that I think both you and I despise, probably. The Seattle Supersonic Seahawks.
They won the West in spite of like all these,
I think they could have probably not played a game this year and still won their
The West is really bad.
Yeah. You think they can do some damage?
In the NFC,
maybe.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. They have a good coach, good running back, good quarterback. I'm thinking that's all you pretty much need in the playoffs.
Yeah. They shut down the Ravens. Their mighty defense shut down the Ravens.
The Ravens, man, they're done.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the Ravens. It's the same thing every year. No offense. 6 points is not
But their defense has quit on them too. After that Patriots,
I would quit too.
I'm telling you this, and mark my words, that Patriots game set the Ravens franchise back 5 years.
5 years?
You'll see.
They need some major changes on that team.
The Ravens are like the New York Knicks of the NFL. They need to blow that team up.
Oh, didn't you just use that as a... Here's another New York Knicks for you. The Chicago Bears. Laying. Now this was a laydown. They laid the smackdown on the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
35-7. This is the Bears that everyone expected this whole year. But when they didn't show up, I wasn't surprised.
Really? I'm not surprised.
The fake Adrian Peterson, 30 carries, 100 yards, and a touchdown. All right. He did it. You like to fake Adrian Peterson.
I do.
He's not a bad player, you know. But I don't know what.
You're the kind of guy that drafted that Adrian Peterson
on purpose.
Yeah.
Too. All I know is Green Bay. I guess they're happy with second place. They would have to win They would have had to have won this game and then the week after and hope for a Dallas loss to take home field throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, but you know what? Dallas is beatable. Green Bay is beatable. Everybody in the NFC is not like, you know, as dominant as their records might indicate.
Frank, I'd rather play indoors in Big D than go and play in Lambeau.
My name's not Frank.
Alright. Ironically, I'd rather play indoors in Big D than go and play outdoors in Lambeau.
Who are you?
Anyone.
I don't know. If you're Green Bay, you want to play outdoors.
Like Lambeau. I know.
Frozen tundra of the Lambeau Field.
Another. Who are you? Freaking. What's that guy?
Isn't it Harry Callis or somebody that does NFL films?
Whatever. I'm gonna talk about that big black African American actor, James Earl Jones. That's who it is.
Okay.
Tampa Bay at San Francisco. Jack Garcia returning to his hometown and falling just short, 19-21. San Francisco Niners. You alright there, buddy? Huh? Alright, let me just move on to a different game. Philadelphia Eagles at the New Orleans Saints. I thought the Eagles were going to get their asses kicked, especially after the Saints were coming back. But looked like...
I told you, bitches, that the Eagles would win.
Not only did they win, they pounded them. The Saints, Aaron Stecker, 2 touchdowns, 50 yards in the first half.
And explain to me
and then he got injured, but his name is still there as the player.
New Orleans hasn't won a game in like 5 weeks, but they're still alive in the playoff hunt.
Mathematically, they're not eliminated yet. It's too bad that they didn't start Aaron Stecker from day one. You know what's good for them? They go trade Deuce McAllister and line up Reggie Bush as a receiver for them.
You're the kind of GM that would trade for Deuce McAllister coming off an ACL surgery.
Definitely. I mean, look what happened to Terrell Davis.
What happened to him?
I don't know. He had some knee injuries and retired after 2 years.
I think he retired because of migraines, didn't he?
Was it?
I don't know.
I know he had a couple knee surgeries.
But he came back strong. You're thinking of Garrison Hurst. The other.
No, you're thinking about Kevin Barlow.
Am I?
Or Roger Craig.
I'm thinking of, who was that guy, bar none, who used to play for the 49ers?
I don't know, dude. You're thinking of touchdown.
Floyd. What was his first name?
Jim Floyd?
Jim Floyd. Sleepy Floyd.
Anyway. You're thinking of touchdown Tommy Bardell. Finally, let's talk about Pittsburgh Steelers going to St. Louis.
Losing Willie Parker for the season.
One play, here you go, goodbye, our season is done.
And he's going to miss most of next season too.
I'm not even worried about next season. I'll take, like, if I lose in the Super Bowl, I'm happy for about 3 years. My fans aren't complaining about it.
If you lose in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, we'll talk about that more in our banty, how it's going to affect the team, but let me tell you something. Why is he in the game? They could have beat St. Louis without Willie Parker, as they did.
Okay, who does that? Who benches their starters because they're playing a crappy team?
In week 16 and 17, a lot of teams do that.
No, you gotta play them a little bit.
No, you don't really have to. You'll see next week. You'll see next week how many guys are going to be benched. Anyway, NFL, that's our week 16 banty. You know, you notice we've lost some weight on the show. And if you guys want us to bring the edge back, just let us know.
Vote now, yes or nay, on the edge.
Yeah. The edges are too rough, or they're not, or they're too sharp. Stay tuned for our Week 17 NFL Weekly Banty. No. NFL Preview Week 17. And our Banty coming up later on this week. Onthebuzzer.com.